Welcome, family. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Authentically Being Ava. I'm Ava. So, family, coming to you from a different location today. Wanted to kind of change things up a little bit. I wanted to discuss my experience in 2023 working with recruiters, employment agencies, different companies, and interviewing family. It has been amazing that it's not good. Family, I wanted to explain what I have come to see. So, I have worked with recruiters in the past around the time of the housing crisis, the market crash, which was around 2008, 2010. I was working with a company who did go under and was sold to another company, and we found out on the news. It was terrible. Getting dressed for work, got the news on, and boom, there was. I was like, what? So, family, it was devastating. But I must say, the company that I worked for, they really made sure that we, the employees, were taken care of. We got decent severance packages, and they set it up where we had different employment agencies and all types of tools and all of that type of thing that helped us to find other employment. Family. That was then, and this is now. So, family. I'm a little older now, and I'm sure that probably does play a factor. However, I have a lot more experience, and I have seen a little bit more than some. And so, what I'm seeing now, family, is a mess, okay? I'm not quite sure if the recruiters now are like the millennials, and we're kind of seeing the new breed on the street now, and I'm going to tell you, they're just not as professional and efficient as their predecessors, whom I'm guessing probably by now, some 13 years later, probably are in managerial positions now within the companies. So they're not really hands-on like they were some time back. Family. It's not been a great experience, I must say, at all. Let's start with recruiters. So, family, my experience has been across the board working with multiple recruiters from different agencies. They all have this seem like rush mentality. Like, hurry up and buy. Hurry up and run. We needed your paperwork yesterday. You know, that type of thing. This is how it goes. You get a flurry of phone calls. You get a bunch of emails from people you've never met, and then they're like, oh, I'm this is who I am, and I work for this company. We have a position that's great for you. We ran across your resume online, and blah, 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 blah. This is the pay, you know, and they want to do like a little mini interview with you, and then boom, they're like, well, if you want this job, you want to come on board with us, we need all this documentation. We need W-4. We need your driver's license. We need your social security card. We need, you know, all the stuff they need within 24 hours. And it's rush. You get all this documentation together in this amount of time, in this period, because you're thinking, hey, I may be hired. And then it's crickets. You hear nothing from anybody the majority of the time. Family, and like I said, this was an experience across the board. It wasn't just like, oh, a couple of recruiters. No, this was like dozens. And can you imagine how a person who is looking for employment is feeling going through this with recruiter after recruiter after recruiter, having to follow up with them like, you know, you are like you're a bill collector or something, you know? And it's almost like sometimes like they're acting like you're bothersome. I'm like, didn't you just call me 3 days ago in a huff, rushing? And what it seems like, family, is that they've already found a candidate for that position and it's been filled, but they just neglect to contact you back that the position has been filled. And I just think that is cruddy and unprofessional, completely. Because you have a source of candidates, you have a group of candidates that you may run across again. And so when you treat them like that, family. So that's been my experience with recruiters. And I'm going to say with recruiting agencies, sometimes, like again, they are so pressed to get a body in that seat, they're not always efficient. They're not always dotting their I's and crossing their T's as to making sure that you have all the information that you need for that particular position. I have had that a number of times where it's just all about, it seems like the numbers and the bodies, trying to get a person in that seat so they can get paid. Family. So let's move on to employers. So there are employers that these recruiters are working with, and then they, find candidates to work for the employers. Family. Most, and I'm not going to say some or all, most of the employers that I've come to work with, it seems like they're poorly managed. They don't know how to manage. They don't know how to explain or give directions properly so that you understand exactly the task at hand. They want you to complete a task, but you don't know exactly, it's not clear. There's no written instructions, and then they can barely explain what they want you to do. For instance, I was working with one company where a task was explained to me, and I never performed it before, but I just thought, ooh, that was weird. Like how she explained it. And I'm thinking, did I get all the information? And I ended up having to use common sense afterwards. And I'm like, okay, she wants me to do a large task here. I had 250 names or people's names that I had to go through and, do all these things with. And take care of, the list of items that I needed to take care of. And about 10 names through, I'm thinking, okay, this can get real messy if it's not done correctly. Let me just jot down the names on each of these papers so that I can differentiate as to who's who, because she didn't mention that. Finished all 250 of these documents. I hand them to her and she's like, oh yeah, you need to add the names. So I'm just like, after it took me hours to complete this task, now you're going to tell me that I need to add the names, which I had already added because I already saw the handwriting on the wall. It's like, it didn't make sense. Why not? You need to identify who these folks are. And so, she's just like, oh yeah, like it was just no big deal. Oh yeah, you need to add the names. So I've already added them. It's done. Family. And this happened a number of other times with the same employer. And I'm just like, it seems like they're not trained to manage. It's like they know their particular position, I guess, but then they just don't know how to give instruction or direction. And I just thought, oh my God, this is draining the hell out of me. Like, I feel like I need to be telling her how to do this. Family. So with interviews, family, and this is across the board as well, gone on several interviews, and I might have received a couple of callbacks, to say, we've already selected another candidate or whatever. I mean, these things are what happens. So you come to expect that. I mean, you hope for the best. But in the end, at least you're going to be getting a call back, and they're going to tell you yay or nay, pretty much. Family. 90% of the interviews that went on, I did not get a call back when they said they were going to. No callbacks. And then when you call them back, they have this, oh, they're not available, they're not here. Just like, family, look, this one interview I went on, family, 3 hours. I in no way was intending to be there for 3 hours, okay, on an interview. However, I just felt like maybe this is, a good sign. the manager brought in another manager, I guess to maybe see if I'm a good feel for the office and all that stuff. And, in addition to, the job at hand, family, it felt really, really organic and genuine. But family, they didn't call back. And I specifically asked them after the interview, I said, what is the last date that you're looking to interview and then make your selection? And I asked them, and they told me a week from today what that day was. And so I called them the day after. Nothing. And to this day, nothing. I called, yep, and they were, oh, they're unavailable. They're not here. I was like, what is the problem? How unprofessional, I thought. And I was glad too to see that, because I know that I was not a good fit there. No integrity whatsoever. Monopolizing and holding up my time for a 3-hour interview, and then you neglect to even follow up with, I'm sorry, we selected another candidate. I just thought that was just, but this is across the board. This is just what's happening now, family. So I am so disgusted. It almost makes me want to start my own business, which is probably what I should be doing anyway. But family, yeah, it's just across the board, just a level of frustration that I can't begin to, well, I guess I have described somewhat here. It's the companies and just some of the decisions that they make that don't make sense, and then putting all of this extra burden on the employees rather than fixing the problem at hand or getting input from the employees, the people who do the jobs day in and day out. They can give you the best barometer of information as to what's a good idea and what's not, because they're hands-on. They're there every day. But I'm seeing this with so many companies, so many incompetent people trying to manage and tell you what to do when they look clueless. It's like, oh my God. And then you go for an interview and, oh, you're overqualified. Or, it's just like, maybe I just don't fit in here. Maybe that's what this is showing me. But family, I don't know. Give me your take. Have you, been in this situation in 2023? Do you have any input on your, give me your feedback as to what you've experienced, because this does not make me want to look any further, to be honest. Yeah, it's not giving me any incentive whatsoever. I mean, and to the people that own these companies, I'm like, I don't know, in some cases, I guess maybe they don't fully know this is what's going on, but it's your job to know. I mean, this is your company. This is your business. This is your money. And if this is the way you want it run, well, I don't know. Your profits may not be looking too hot right now. But anyway, family, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Just giving you an idea, maybe to those who are, looking to get into the market, or, looking for some positions or whatever. Just take your time, family, and just know it's interesting out there. That's all I can say. Family, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video, family. Thanks for watching and take care. Bye-bye.